one. Today's pick a card is on should you move on or should you be petty? Brought to you by everything being in retrograde. Should you move on or should you do something about it? We have 3 piles today, pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. Before you skip to your reading, I just wanted to say thank you so much for clicking on this video. If it resonates, please like this video, comment down below that it does, and subscribe if you haven't already. I do new videos every Sunday, and with that, let's just get into it. Hello, pile number 1. You guys have the 6 of Wands, and the song is Titanium. I don't remember who it's by, but it's such a beautiful song. Unlike, though, the fire away aspect of this, I really see you taking the high road. I know, we'll get into more information, okay, with what's going on and some advice for you, but it feels so like I'm too good to deal with whatever BS is happening right now is the energy that I'm feeling. Like, you know, sticks and stones may break my bones, but I'm titanium, so it doesn't really matter, bitch, is kind of the energy that I'm getting here. It really feels like I actually have the version from like Pitch Perfect, and I don't know why that version to me is so emotional, but it is. Like, to me, it just feels so like somebody really hurt your feelings, and maybe you thought they were a friend of yours, maybe they were like, they just said something that was really like cruel. They didn't have to go that far, I think, and you're kind of like thinking, well, if they're gonna go that far, maybe I should go that far. But the reason that they went that far in the first place, pile number 1, is because you were so above them that they had nothing else to go off of. That's why they had to make fun of like your looks or the one insecurity you let them know about. And I just, oh wow, like just very very strongly, pile number 1, like this person is just not on your level and they want to bring you down to their level. So like off the bat, be the bigger person. I like to start this reading by just kind of figuring out like what the heck did you trigger in this person? What did they trigger in you? So like a card for them and a card for you would be amazing. Okay, are these both for them? Okay, so we have Judgment. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. Oh, here, we'll just a moment here. And then we have Love. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. Oh goodness. When you do a new setup, and so everything it was gonna fall the whole time probably. Oh, are those both for them? Yeah, okay, so these are both for the person that did you dirty. So person that did you dirty, we're gonna move this one back here. That's like the main energy here. Stay. With this energy, pile number 1, to me it feels like they really liked you, they really admire you, and they don't understand why you and them are not the same. They don't understand why you guys are not alike or don't think the same way about certain things. So I feel like this probably came across like the reason they snapped at you, the reason that they did whatever they did to set you off was because they felt like they weren't, like they judged themselves. They're not as good as you. They're not what you are. They don't understand why you are not like them. And so they like lashed out. And it's like, it sounds really crazy honestly when you like say it out loud, but it's like they don't realize that they are meant to do other things in this world besides what you are meant to do. You two are on completely different paths, and so they like confused that, and they were like, well, if my life doesn't look like their life, then like they're a whatever they called you or whatever they said to you, like, you know, they're a bleepy bleep bleep. Like, it's kind of how it feels. Like they don't realize that they really need to see people through like a lens of love and themselves through a lens of love, and that their judgment is holding them back from opportunities for them because they believe that there's only a finite amount of opportunities when that's not true. And so that's what they're supposed to be learning through this connection. I I think they've probably already tried to learn this lesson before, so you're not the first person to have this happen to them, happen to you because of them. Let's see what you are meant to learn in this situation. Pile number 1. But yeah, to me, it just feels like this person, like, they just have some, like, jealousy, kind of. Like, they just have, like, a problem of, like, a narrow-mindedness. It's not even really a jealousy. It's like a narrow-mindedness, where they just expect everybody to be a certain way, and when they're not, when they don't add up to their code of whatever they believe life should be about, like, that's when things get, rocky. Loneliness. I know that I am never alone. I think that you allow people like this in your life because you want friends, which makes total sense. Pile number 1, who doesn't want friends? But, like, for you, it's like because you're on a different path than maybe a lot of other people are, or because you just haven't found, like, the same type of people as you kind of just accept whoever comes your way as a friend, you know, until they do something wrong to you. And that causes a lot of hurt. Sometimes it's okay to be alone. Sometimes it's okay to be picky choosy when it comes to who your friendships are. Because I feel like the reason this hurts you so much, the reason that I had, like, the feeling of Titanium being so emotional is because, like, I mean, I think that the song is just in general an emotional song, in my opinion, but, like, because I was thinking of it in the emotion sense, like, I feel like you've been maybe rejected a lot in the past, especially in your friendships, and so because this keeps happening to you, because again, you're learning your own lesson, right? This loneliness thing is a lesson that continues to keep going until you learn that it's okay to be by yourself. It's okay to be alone. It's okay to not have friends who put you down, or friends that are really judgy, but you just kind of ignore it because you want to have friends. Like, I feel like, you know, you're meant to have, like, a small, like, tight-knit friend group, not, like, a bunch of friends. And so, or just friends that, like, aren't like that. I don't know. It feels, pile number 1, like your energy is more attuned to people that are open-minded and thoughtful. And maybe you think these people are like that in the beginning, but, like, as soon as you start seeing these red flags of them judging other people, maybe saying something rude about you, and you just kind of, like, swipe it under the rug because you're just like, well, they're normally not like that, so it must be, like, a one-time thing. If it happens more than 3 times, the 3 strikes they're out is how I go with it now, because I've also had to go through this, and I think I'm probably going through this again right now, actually. So it just feels to me like, pile number 1, like, it's one of those things where you just have to realize when to have your energy be your energy and be away from other people. I feel like you also really like to, like, help people in some way. It could be, like, you know, you like to make them laugh. So, like, you enjoy when people are happy around you. You enjoy when you can, like, be of service to people. At the bottom of the deck, we have the service card here. So I feel like, you know, being around people in general, you really enjoy, and then being able to help someone, be appreciated by someone, you also really enjoy. And that also brings in people that need help and that don't know how to help themselves. And when that happens, and not always, pile number 1, but when that happens, it can cause people to become very dependent on you, very unhealthily, like, obsessed or interested in you, and it causes not healthy friendships, basically. Like, helping people is amazing. Please keep doing that, pile number 1. You seem like a good person. Like, I don't mean to, like, discourage you from helping others or supporting people in their time of need, but just, like, make sure that, like, there's boundaries there. They don't have the same interest to help you as you do to help them. They're not a friend of yours, and that's why this kind of thing happens. Let's get some more information here, pile number 1. Maybe about what happened. I think you already kind of know who this is. Like, you had somebody in mind when you, like, asked, hey, can I be a little petty here, or should I just move on from this? But it just feels like, pile number 1, they're not worth your time. Yeah, I don't think you're seeing things clearly right now. I think that you're probably really hurt by this, I think you are hurt by this experience. This is the Judgment card. Judgment in the reverse. I just see for you, pile number 1, like, nothing good is gonna, like, it's gonna end either way. Like, whether you're petty or not, like, this relationship is not going to last. And on top of that, like, if you go the petty route, I just feel like it's just going to cause more drama, and it's not going to help you out the way you think. Like, you're not going to feel as good about it. Actually, let's pull a card. Let's confirm that, please. Yeah, so we have, yeah, because this person, they are not going to give you a response that you want. With the Seven of Swords here, they're deceitful, they're not, like, listening, they don't care. They don't care. And if they care, they're not going to let you know. So, like, if you do something petty, they're just going to pretend like it like that doesn't matter to them when it does. And, like, yeah, you'll, like, it hurt you. Oh my goodness. It hurt you, but I see overall, like, a lot of positive energy for you. I feel like as soon as you, like, it's not going to give you the satisfaction you think it's going to. I really don't. Like, I feel like it is a deceit on your character to do this. I feel like you want to, like, you have a, like, I want to be kind of a little cruel to this person. I want to do, you know, like, make some, like, grand plan or whatever. Like, I don't know, like, you want to, like, hurt them how they hurt you, it kind of feels like. But I also see, like, that's not really what's gonna fill your cup. That's not really, like, you think it is, and I just don't see it actually doing that. I just don't see it actually. Yeah, like, I feel like with the Eight of Swords, like, you're just really kind of stuck on the situation right now, which is totally fine because you're hurt, and, you know, you need to take your time to, like, process what's going on. But, like, you can move forward whenever. Like, if you're stuck on the situation, like, you're like, I can't move on because, like, they called me a cow, and now when I look in the mirror, I feel bad about myself or something. Like, it feels like something like that. Like, they did something that really hurt you. They said or did something that really hurt you, pile number one, and now, even though they're not around right now, like, they're still in your energy. So please cleanse your energy, take a nice, like, hot bath or bubble bath, bath salts, like, shower, like, do the whole 9 yards for yourself, and just kind of take care of yourself. Get your nails done if you like to do that, or your hair, or, you know, just take time for you, cleanse your energy, ground it, and remember how amazing you are. Like, even if this isn't about, like, a physical part of your body that they, like, made fun of or whatever, pile number one, that's just an example. But it feels to me like you're just stuck on what they said. And so what do you do to get out of that rut? You need to, like, look at yourself differently. You need to do a couple things to, like, get yourself out of that rut. I had somebody who was causing some said something really cruel to me the other day, and what I did is actually I kind of spiraled out of control and made a couple videos where I was really upset, just venting, deleted them, didn't post them because that's kind of silly to do, and then I posted a bunch of content about how amazing my business is and how happy I am and blessed I am to have this small business. And I kind of feel like that's kind of the energy that you should do. If they made fun of your looks, do something that makes you feel good about your looks. If they told you, if they, like, tried to spread gossip about you, you know, like, if people believe the gossip, there's a reason for it, pile number one. So, like, I would be mindful of that moving forward. But your real friends and the people that know you are going to know that that gossip isn't true. And they're going to be there for you and support you. So talk to those people if that's something like that is happening. You know, if it's something at work, just do what you're doing, you know, be unbothered by it. And just kind of, like, understand that this person is doing these things because they don't have anything actually on you. Like, everything they say, even if there's some truth to it or you're, like, concerned about it, like, they're only doing that to poke fun of you. They're not doing it because they actually believe you're like that. While I don't think this is a big, like, this is like a jealousy as its core thing, there is jealousy there. There is closed-mindedness. There is, like, all of this energy of just, they can't even give you a, like, correct insult is honestly how it feels. Like, it's so outlandish whatever they accused you of or claimed to have happened or whatever. Like, So pile number one, like, nobody's gonna believe them, and if anybody does, like, those people aren't meant for you anyways. And I think you know that, and I think that the best advice that I've got for you as of right now is that, like, time will tell with the moon card. Time will tell. It's a full moon, I think, actually on the day that I'm posting this, and the thing of it is that I really feel like you need to let it go. I feel like you need to, like, take that full moon day. If you don't work, take it and just hang out at home. I'm getting, like, very Cancer energy heavy, so, like, home life, hang out with your family, with very close loved ones, and just, like, feel cozy and supported and protect yourself. We have, I live in the Pacific Northwest, and we finally got rain, which is really exciting, and it just feels a lot more at home and cozy right now. So maybe, like, a good cozy day in to just kind of rest and recuperate from this experience is going to be really beneficial for you, because you're about to start a new journey, pile number one, without this person. You're about to start a new journey, free from all of this BS, free from everybody that agrees with this person or, like, plays around with that, because you're finally learning that it's okay. Like, you would rather be alone than be around these people. You would rather have the people that love you and will support you than be around, like, these people that are going to cause gossip and rumors. And I'm just so proud of you. Yeah, because, like, you don't need this devil energy. You don't need to be, like, judged and tied down to people that aren't there for you, that don't care about you, that are selfish. You don't need any of that. And I feel like, even though right now maybe you're not quite there yet because you're still kind of hurt, you're hurt from the situation, I just feel like, you know, when you just leave it alone and you just leave them in the dust, you're gonna feel so much better. You're gonna feel so free, right? You're gonna feel so free. And that's really beautiful, pile number one. Yeah, Eight of Wands. It's time to go. Yeah, it's time to leave them in the dust. It's time to move on. If this is for, like, a career you're in, it's time to get a new job. It's time to make some new friends. It's time to go to new places. Break up with this person if you're dating them. Yeah, it's time. I feel like this is what you need. This is the clarity that you've been asking for about, what do I do? Why am I feeling so stuck? It's because you're hanging around the wrong crowd, pile number one. It's because you're with people that don't deserve you, and you're finally kind of seeing your worth. Yeah, you're going into, like, a resting time right now, but that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, take time for yourself right now. Like I said, have some resting. Full moons are normally about, like, purging and cleansing energy. I don't know if I went over that when I first was talking about the full moon, and it's an Aquarius, so it's about, like, trusting that you are what's best for you. And if that means that you do something different than what other people tell you to do, or other people, like, if you're worried about being judged or anything, it's time to let that stuff go and do what feels right for you. Do what feels authentic to you. And just because somebody didn't like that and tried to, like, get you in trouble at work, or tried to, I don't really know what they did, but pile number one, I just know whatever they did was, like, ridiculous. Like, whatever they said about you to your face or to other people was so wrong. And it was so wrong because people know that's not you. People know that you are such, like, a very consistent person. And whatever it is that they lied about, or, like, were trying to accuse you of, is just something so out of your character, pile number one, that you were just like, what? Like, that's really hurtful. And they know that it's hurtful, and that's why they said it. Oh, oh my goodness. Okay, we have Magnolia. Nobility and self-esteem. There is nothing noble in being superior to your fellow man. True nobility lies in being superior to your former self. Exactly, pile number one. Move on from this person. You're so much better than them. You don't need to get on their level and cause trouble. You know, just let it be. And, you know, move on from it. You're so ready to just gracefully walk away from this. Sweet William, gallantry, grant me a single smile. Sweet William small has form and aspect bright, like that sweet flower that yields great Jove delight. Yeah, because like you're so delightful. Kill him with kindness, pile number 1. That's what you're being told to do. Just let it be. And I know that sounds frustrating. Like, I can understand, especially when you pick a reading like this where you're like, I don't know, there's definitely something in you that's like, what if I did something, you know? Or said something or whatever. But like, the best, like the sweetest medicine is you glowing up and just leaving this person in the dust. You continuing to look like a good person because you are a good person. And then like, it's like if somebody told your coworkers, they were like, yeah, she like threw a fit at work because she didn't want to do her job. And then you're like a super hardworking employee. You just ignoring the rumor and continuing to do your work will help you so much more than if you like try to tell people, no, I'm really a good coworker, I'm really a good worker, right? Because it's like you're proving with every like step that you take that this person is full of it, you know? And I really feel like pile number 1, that's what you should do. We have at the bottom of the deck, Trumpet Gentian, power and healing. To get what you love, you first have to be patient with what you have. Really, it just means that there is patience to be had here, and that good things take time to build. And even though it doesn't feel great in the moment, like it's not the satisfactory thing in the moment, not to tell them off for being a lying whatever, like overall and in time, you're gonna look back and be like, I did the right thing. Look at how much further I got than them. Look how, you know, like it's kind of petty in itself to look back and be like, ha, they're still there and I'm all the way up here. But that's kind of the energy I feel like is gonna happen without like intentionally happening. I don't think you're gonna like glow up and like make friends and stuff with the intention of spiting this person. I hope not, pile number 1. But the thing is that when you look back in a couple years, you look at their life and you look at yours and you look what happened, you're just going to be so much happier that you didn't give them the time of day and that you made it to where you wanted to be and got what you wanted, instead of letting them like waste your energy. And yeah, that is your message, pile number 1. Should you be petty or should you move on? Girl, move on. You are too good for this. But I hope this message resonated. If it did, please like this video, comment down below. This was your pile, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number 2. We have the Page of Swords here. And honestly, what I'm getting for you just right off the bat is to like not do anything. And I know, wait with me, pile number 2. We're gonna pull more cards and see really what's going on here, but I feel like you've already asked too many people what you should do about this person, about this situation, and it's really overwhelming now. Like, you have too many hands in the kitchen, too many people telling you what to do, and I just feel like adding myself is probably not going to be helpful, but let's see if we can try to figure out like maybe the 2 arguments here and help you to like decide on something for yourself, because I really feel like you're in like a spot of like, I think if you do something, you're in the wrong, and if you don't do something, you feel like you're in the wrong. And I think that's not because that's necessarily what's true, but I think that's because of what other people have been telling you. And oh my goodness, pile number 2, let's get into it. Let's try to figure this out, okay? What if pile number 2 walked away from the situation? Here, let's ask that question. Beautiful, thank you. We have the 7 of Cups and we have the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. What if pile number 2 was petty and did something about the situation? A couple of cards for that, please. Thank you. Ooh, we have the 5 of Swords and the King of Pentacles not in the reverse. So this feels like a coworker situation, or like maybe some like a roommate or like housemate, partner, and it's about finances. You're having an argument about finances. Okay. About owing money, maybe, it feels like. So pile number 2, It's something like that, where it's like you're having an issue when it comes to your finances and another person. And I feel like with that energy, it's very much like you can either have like a pretty like uncomfortable fight with somebody and get, oh my goodness, and like get your money back maybe, or you can be down the money and like have new opportunities present themselves to you, it feels like. I'm going to pull a couple more cards here, pile number 2. I feel like either way, though, you've kind of, like, it's not going to be great. Yeah, because you don't, is this for both of them? Yeah, because you don't know what to do. You don't, like, you can't move forward. You don't want to move forward because both options are not ideal for you, like, at all. Like, this is not great. Are these for both of them? Okay, so there's another choice happening here as well with the 2 of Swords. And then is the 6 of Wands the other one, or the 2 of Swords? Okay. Okay, so if you play the long game, pile number 2, and you decide to eat the money, like, just chill. Oh my god. I feel like you're very frustrated. I'm so sorry, pile number 2. If you decide to just kind of eat whatever the money was, or like pay the bill this time or whatever, the opportunities coming your way are going to cause you to have more victory, more success in the future when it comes to this specific situation. So if you just decide, I don't care about this, like, you know, maybe you had to pay for the first time on a date, like for on the first date you paid or something, and you're kind of like annoyed by that, just pay, just leave it. You'll get like a better outcome because of that. Like, you'll be more you'll gain more success doing so, if that makes sense. And then it's interesting though, because if you decide, no, I am gonna go bloody fight fight to the possible, like, very, like, just not, like, this is not good energy, the 5 of Swords, in order to get your money back. This could also, again, like, your roommate didn't pay bills, or maybe you're in like a battle when it comes to like getting like a refund or something. Like, if you decide to do that, 5 of Swords is what you're gonna get. So you're gonna get a really uncomfortable like conflict. And I want to know what the 2 of Swords is about. The 2 of Swords is for that. So it sounds like you could, if you decide to go the conflict route, if you decide, no, they didn't pay their half of the rent, they need to pay their half of the rent, I'm gonna call them out on it, it's gonna work out one of 2 ways. And I'm gonna pull a couple cards for you for that. What's the other one? Ace of Wands came out for that in the reverse, which is interesting to me. Oh my goodness. And then we also have Judgment. I feel like pile number 2, sorry. I feel like pile number 2 with the Ace of Wands in the reverse and the Judgment card, yeah, this relationship will not recover from this. If this is somebody you care about whatsoever, like, I wouldn't do this, like, at all. It's interesting though, because I think this is one option for you. Or this is, it's so weird because it's like, I don't understand the 2 of Swords card at all. Like, to me, the 2 of Swords should be in the middle, right? But I'm being told it goes with this. And so it's like, okay, oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. So you're feeling stuck, trying to figure out between these 2 things. You can either just eat the money and understand that that's going to give you a lot more abundance in the future and success going forward, or you can fight this person for their money or whatever, and then there's a decision to be made during that. Either maybe by your person. Oh, it's by your person. Okay, pile number 2. It's that, like, your person's gonna have to make a decision, and either way, you lose. You lose them for sure. You lose them for sure. And let's see if like if you get what you want out of that situation though. Because like it sounds like no, you don't. Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, absolutely not. It's so you can fight it and feel good about yourself for like 5 seconds about that, but it is gonna be a dumpster fire, it sounds like. Let's just like quadruple check for you though, pile number 2. So let's say like you don't fight it and you feel kind of bad about that, you know, because you really like, I don't know, maybe it was a lot of money, maybe again it was rent or something, and you're just like, God, that's like $1,000, you know, and good for you if you have that amount of money to eat that. So like I can totally understand both perspectives, like needing to fight for that money because you don't have any money whatsoever to like pay off the bill or to whatever, you know. I can understand needing to do that and just burn a bridge, and I can also understand being like, you know, if it's going to be better in the long run, like just eating it and letting it be. But let's just see like how much better it's going to be. Let's see if we can like figure that out, because like with the success or whatever, oh my goodness, with the success, and we got the Page of Swords again, honestly I just feel like pile number 2 with the Page of Swords happening twice, I just think that the communication is not there. Like I think that what happened that you're so upset about with finances was like, or with like whatever it was you were paying for or whatever, was not like like they weren't slighting you the way you think they are. Like it feels very much of like you know, if you had to end up paying for a bill, right, because they didn't pay it that month, or because like at dinner they just didn't do it on the date or whatever. Okay, we're just using that as the example here, okay? The thing is, pile number 2, they didn't know that you wanted them to pay for it, or they didn't know that they would owe you money afterwards, because that was, you didn't tell them, you didn't talk to them about it, you know, or maybe they didn't talk to you about like, hey, I lost my job, I can't pay for rent, or I can only pay for utilities or whatever, you know, like people, life happens, people happen. And I feel like because of this like breakdown, this miscommunication, you get so much more out of keeping that relationship positive, or just like looking better. You look better no matter what if you don't take the money. Sorry about that, pile number 2. Is it better now? I think it is. I think you're in focus more. Okay, cool. I'm so sorry about that. I don't know how long it was like that, but we fixed it, and moving forward, I'll do better. Please come back again next week. But yeah, you would just be moving forward, basically. You would just be taking the high road, honestly, pile number 2, if you decided not to do it. Like, you would just move on, and it would be totally fine. Like, it would be, again, you would just eat the whatever, how much money it was for the bill, and I don't think it would happen again either. I just feel like it'd be one of those things where it's like, okay, I'm cutting my loss, I'm moving forward, whatever. Instead of like dragging out, you know how sometimes people like get into legal battles that last years? That's what this feels like to me. Like this to me feels like you're gonna fight this person on this forever. Like they will hold this against you. You will hold this against them. You guys are gonna, it's gonna get really yucky. It's just how it feels. Like it just feels to me like if you decide to like push this person for this money, and to me the reason that the money is such a like it sucks whenever there's money involved in anything, because it's just like so it's so frustrating because that's a big deal, right? It's a big deal to have your finances fought like that. But so we have acceptance. I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. I feel like this is more like in general what's going on for you, pile number 2, is that you're kind of understanding that like you can't, not everybody is going to do what you want them to do. Not everybody is going to do what you want them to do. You can't control anybody but yourself, basically. And you need to learn, need is a strong word, but it's good to learn for some, like, okay, it's good to understand that sometimes it's not worth it to feel good for 5 seconds. sometimes you need to just kind of let something go. I'm moving towards you should walk away from this solely because whatever you are ending up like doing, like whatever you choose to do, like there's one like obvious choice. like there's one choice where like things work really well for you, and then there's one choice where things work really not great for anybody. And I just feel like that is like that should tell you to just let it go. Like just let it go begrudgingly. So pile number 2, I know you don't want to, and I can understand it, especially if it's a lot of money. And you know what, you can totally still do this option. These are choices for you. I told you that I was just going to tell you what's going to happen depending on what you choose, because I think you have enough people telling you what to do here. But definitely, like, this is really awful energy, pile number 2. If you decide to fight for this, like, I don't know, $5, $100, whatever amount this is, like, it could also be a coworker situation too. Like, should I, like, fight that, like, tell people at my job that I'm doing better versus just doing better in the first place and not being judged by it? Like, maybe you pick pile 1 too. Like, it just, I personally would recommend, I'm so sorry, I know I told you I was going to do that. I personally recommend just walking away from the situation, because you're going to cause so much more headache on yourself by, like, feeling good for 5 seconds to, like, tell somebody off. You're not getting your money back. Like, I don't see that happening. I mean, maybe if you want to get, like, a legal team involved, but I still don't feel like that's a good idea. Like I said, that's, like, years long. Like, this is really, is it worth it to you, pile number 2, to go through that? Because it could be years in the process, depending on what you're trying to do. And, like, again, I don't want to tell you what to do, but I really, like, there is such a clear, this literally has the victory success card, pile number 2. And this has, like, what does it have? It has judgment. like that's not great. It could be great, you know, it could be, like, but it definitely means you're burning bridges, like, you're not even getting your money back. So, like, what is the point, you know? You're not gonna get your money back, you're burning your bridges, nothing good is happening from this. All that's happening is that you are in, like, disarray for longer, compared to this, where, like, yeah, you might still, you lost whatever, but, like, at least you still have your pride, at least you still have, you know, like, opportunities moving forward. I don't know, I'm sorry to project that onto you, but I feel like there's a correct option. Humor, I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. Yeah, take it in stride, pile number 2. I really just feel like for this situation, like, your guides really, they don't want you to freak out about this. They want you to just kind of move on with your life and be like, yeah, do you remember that one time that, like, my ex-roommate, like, my ex-roommate just decided to move out of the house without telling me, you know, and I had to pay the rent for that month, and it really sucked. That was funny. Like, it's not funny in the moment, but it's one of those things where it's, like, funny haha afterwards. Like, pile number 2, there was this time when I was, like, living in my car, and my car was hit by lightning, and, like, I had to, like, and it's, like, it's a battery car, so I was like, oh, this is really great, and it was, like, working really weird, and I had to, like, take it into the shop, and so, like, it was horrifying at the time, because I was, like, in the middle of nowhere with, like, a dead car, but, like, now that I think about it, I think it's kind of funny, because it's like, yeah, I'm, you know, thousands of dollars poorer because of that, and I was already, you know, living in my car because I couldn't afford rent, and it's just one of those things where it's like, you know, it sucks in when it happens to you, and then you'll look back and, oh my god, you'll look back and it'll be like, yeah, that's my lore, you know, that's my history here. But I'm just going to close out with a couple more cards here. Pile number 2. I feel like I've been talking forever. Gloxinia? Love at first sight, proud spirit. When I saw you, I fell in love, and you smiled because you knew. I'm going to pull one more card for that. I think that this is kind of like, I'm gonna pull another card. Oh my gosh, everything wants to fall out though. Because I don't know, I honestly, pile number 2, I feel like there's love there with like your roommate or the person you went on a date with or whatever ended up happening. Like, I think this is somebody like you actually have a relationship with, and I think that there is a lot of care and love, and to burn that bridge again, to have this relationship like become so turbulent over this feels very like, I mean, you can do it, right? Pile number 2, that's fine. But it feels like there's a lot of care here and a lot of respect and love. And so it's really like, it really is burning a bridge. It's burning a relationship, a friendship, a whatever, in order to not even get what you're wanting out of it. It seems like. Amoralis, determination, and creative achievement. You can't use up creativity. The more you use, the more you have. And hibiscus, beauty and happiness. A thing of beauty is a joy forever. I feel like pile number 2, and this is not helpful for you because you're already asking too many like people about like what to do about this. So I'm really sorry in advance, but I just feel like you need to take a moment to kind of see what's going to make you happy in the situation. Is it going to be better for you, or like a creative way to fix it? Like maybe, you know, you told them they have to pay you up front, and maybe it's like it should be like a payment op, like a, what is it, where they like pay you back in like in increments, like something like that. Like they can pay you back like every month or something, or like, you know, if they came up to you and they were like, hey, can I like, instead, like, can we do like goods for goods instead of money for, or something like that, like something like that. Pile number 2, it feels very much like maybe kind of seeing things from a different perspective, seeing different ways that you can bridge this and still maybe get part of what you're wanting, you know? Like, I really feel like there's so many other ways to win. There's so many other ways to win this situation, pile number 2. And I don't know like who's really in the wrong here. I think that maybe both of you lacked communication skills in the situation, and that's how come it got so bad. But I definitely feel like it is kind of up to you what ends up happening here, because this can either be like you use humor and you're just like, yeah, whatever, like that was kind of silly of you, I'll forgive you, but let's like fix whatever is still like the issue, right? Like, how can we fix this? Or you don't have to pay me back, but like from now on you're never doing this thing or whatever. Like, have some boundaries, right? Pile number 2. To like the extreme of like legal gets involved. You have a choice to make here, and I'm sorry that I'm not like really the one helping you make, well, okay, you know my choice, right? Let it go. Walk away from the situation. Walk away from the situation so that you don't burn any bridges. And so maybe you guys can come up with like a cordial solution together. Okay. But if you decide to go the other route, like I already told you how it's going to pan out. So like, you can do what you want with that. Just take a moment, take some deep breaths if you're still pissed off at them or whatever, and come at them with a level head and chat it out, and it'll be okay, I think. But that is your message, pile number 2. I'm sorry it wasn't like a very yes or no. I just really feel like you guys have been listening to so many people. You really need to make this decision yourself. Again, though, I really do think you should go with not that option. But, you know, I think you should definitely just let it be and have a fun story. But not up to me, it's up to you. So good luck to you, and let me know what happens. Let me know how it goes in the comment section. Like this video if it resonated, or dislike this video if you're upset that I didn't give you an actual like a full like absolutely leave or absolutely go. But I make new videos every Sunday, so if you like If you like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number 3. You have the King of Cups here. I'm kind of leaning towards, like, you're a Spitfire. You're probably some kind of fire sign. Or, like, the energy feels very fiery, even though this is Cups energy, water sign energy. Like, it feels maybe Scorpio, if you are a water sign, but it feels so, like, ooh, what's the, like, goosebumps because you're so angry, like shaking because you're so angry, you know, whatever happened, like, you're just like, I was done dirty, Jacqueline, and I want to be petty about it. Let me know that I can do it. Let me know that I'm in the right, is how it feels. Pile number 3, like, you're just like, please, just let me go, let me at him. So let's see what they did first. I just want to know. I hope that's all right with you. Kind of get some information here about what this person, I'm actually getting, like, conglomerate. That's the word that came out. So, like, I feel like this is more corporate. Like, they did something, like, your work did something that was really messed up for a lot of you. And you're kind of just like, should I quit on the intercom at my job? like that's kind of the energy I'm getting of this. Yeah, with the King of Pentacles, I definitely do think it's about, like, a job or your business or something, pile number 3, where you're just like, they did me dirty, like, a boss, like, called me out on my shit, even though I did everything as they asked me to, like, and I don't, like, feel like you're in the wrong, really, but, I mean, maybe, we'll find out, I guess, but I feel like a boss of yours, like, is really getting on your nerves, pile number 3, which is not funny, but kind of funny. What did they do, though? What did the boss do? Happened. What's the tea? Maybe it's also a coworker, but I just feel like maybe they talk to you like they're your boss or something, and they're not doing their work, or they told you weren't doing your work. I think it's one or the other. I feel like it's either, if this is like a coworker that wasn't doing their job, and so you had to do, like, twice the amount of work. That's what's going on. It could also be your boss telling you you're not doing enough work, which, ooh, I've been there, done that. Like, that gets me real mad. I've been on both of those situations, actually. It could also be your boss not doing their job, and so you have to go and try to, like, go around them to get something done. That has also happened to me. So, you know, pile number 3, I get it. I understand. I used to work retail. It's frustrating. Yeah, we have the Death card here. I feel like this situation, like, this time here at this job has really transformed the way that you see the world. Oh my god. I don't think that's for the better. And I feel like you're just, like, rising up because, like, maybe you used to, like, just let them talk down to you like that. And I feel like you're at a point where you're just like, they can't keep doing that to me. They can't keep speaking to me like this. They can't keep acting like this. And you're, again, Scorpio energy. You don't have to be a Scorpio, but I just feel like that's the energy. And the Death card is Scorpio, so that's late October, early November. That could also be, like, when you started the job or when you quit. That is coming up soon, pile 3. But yeah, I feel like right now you're just kind of thinking it over of, like, what can I do, like, about the situation? Like, do I really tell off my boss / coworker, or, like, is there a way I can do this corporately? Like, how do I say fuck off and do your part in corporate is kind of the vibes I'm getting. Or should I quit? Like, should I, like, start applying to new places? Like, what should I be doing? It feels very much like that pile number 3, where you're just kind of like, I should be treated better. I have opportunities in abundance and creative abilities that I'm not being listened to here, and I'm not being appreciated, and I don't like that. I want to be appreciated. I want to be, like, happy and to have the opportunities and have opportunities, and I can do that somewhere else if I need to. Oh my goodness. Yeah, like, you're not, I don't think, pile number 3, you're afraid really to start over if you have to. I think you have a lot of support around you, a lot of love surrounding you, and so if you decided to, like, quit your job, you'd be fine, I think. And I do think that's what you're kind of leaning towards, is, you'd like to stay. Okay, you would like to stay. You're just kind of like, I don't know what to do about this person in particular. This problem child, this troublemaker. Hierophant, is that you? So it's kind of like set in their ways too with the Hierophant. Like, it feels like, you know, maybe they've been there a really long time and they, like, refuse to learn, like, the new stuff that they have to do. Or maybe they, like, again, think that they're like your boss, right? So it's kind of one of those things where it's like, gosh, like, what can I do? You know, like, I want to work with this person. I want to, like, have this work out, but if I have to, I will walk. Ace of Cups could also be, like, a crush. For some of you, that's not going to mean anything. And for others, it might mean a lot. Because it just, I don't know, it could also be, like, you're frustrated with them because there's some kind of, like, tension there. And again, it doesn't have to be romantic tension. I'm just saying, like, there's, I think, maybe some tension in the situation here with the Empress. That was in the with the Empress card here. I feel like you're just, I'm really getting, okay, pile number three, what's kind of crazy is I'm kind of getting, like, either you maybe have, like, a crush on your boss or slash coworker has, like, a crush on you, and so that's part of the reason that they, like, treat you the way that they do, which is why you're so frustrated, because you don't like being treated like that, but they're doing that because they're, like, hiding feelings for you, and that's not for everyone, okay? So, like, really, if that doesn't feel right, don't take it, but it definitely feels like part of the reason that there's so much frustration here, a lot of tension, a lot of should I, like, and maybe you might even be asking, like, do they like me back? Like, with this, you could be like, the reason should I give up on this or should I be petty is because you were asking about a love connection, and I'm so sorry, that was not what this was intended to be about, but also, like, I love this is wonderful. Interesting that they came across as, like, a coworker. Like, that never works, friend. That never works. That never, good luck to you. Or at least it has never worked for me. But yeah, exactly, you're not me, so slay, good luck. But because I think that they really think that you're a very amazing person, and and you also know you are, and so it's one of those things where it's like, should you, like, this is I have other readings that are more love oriented, and so I would recommend maybe going towards those, but we'll see what this one does, what this one tells you to do. Now I want to know. Okay, this is becoming a love reading, I'm sorry. There's always got to be one in one of my readings, I guess, right, pile number 3? But okay, let's just see. Yeah, I'm gonna actually use a different deck first. I want to know a little bit about this relationship here. If I could get some cards to share what's going on. Garden, heliotrope, devotion, and dreams fulfilled. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Okay. I guess that King of Cups wasn't just there to mention emotions then, huh? Oh gosh, okay. Venice Mallow? Delicate, fleeting beauty. When life is not coming up roses, look to the weeds and find the beauty hidden within them. Violet, faithfulness and modesty. Modesty is a shining light that prepares the mind to receive knowledge and the heart for truth. Magnolia, nobility and self-esteem. There is nothing noble in being superior to your fellow man. True nobility lies in being superior to your former self. Yeah, so this person has, like, again, this is not going to be for everybody, but I definitely feel like this person has, like, a small a very innocent crush on you. Like they don't think anything is gonna come of it, and they're very like, I need to stay in my lane, but they like are like intimidated. There's like some kind of chemistry there or something. And if you're like, Jacqueline, that doesn't sound like my situation, I don't think this reading is for you. I really, really kind of grasped on to like the romance thing, and now that's like all I can read in this. So like if you're complaining about like your coworker that's like 5 times your age, I don't know, that's a little much, but like, you know what I mean, and like you don't think like that's possible that their devoted husband or some, I don't know, whatever, not for you. But like this, some like your boss or your coworker, whoever you're frustrated with because they either keep giving you a lot more work to do, or they're not like doing, like, I don't know, they just, the way that they act at work really bugs you, and it's because they have a crush on you, and they are trying really hard to be professional, and they're doing a really bad job of it, pile number 3, and that's what's going on with them. Pride. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. Interesting. I think it's also interesting, this like pale yellow color that keeps kind of coming in. It feels very like friendly, and again kind of like innocent, like crush kind of vibes to me. And then courage. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. I honestly think pile number 3, you should go for it. I think you should be petty. I think you should tell them off. Not necessarily like tell them off. Like from the beginning of this, I thought that it was more of like a, you want to quit your job because your coworkers suck. And I think actually, like, I think you could get away with like teasing them. Not necessarily about their crush. Maybe don't do that. Again, this might not be for everybody, but a lot of them really like you. So I think that you could get away with like, hey man, you're treating me weird, maybe stop doing that, you know? Or like, hey, I do my job, stop treating me weird, you're being weird, you know? Because then they're gonna be like, oh, I'm overdoing, like, maybe they're like really hard on you and not as hard on everybody else. Or I don't really know what's going on, but like pile number 3, it just, I used to have, okay, if you're new here, hi, I like to tell stories about, I like to trauma dump in this to relate to you guys. You either love that or hate that, but we're going to talk about my old boss. So hello to my old boss. If you're watching this, I know you watch my stuff, so hello. But anyways, we became pretty close. We were like really friendly at work, and he would come over and like help me with my work sometimes. And it got to a point where he did that so often that other people like would complain about it, and he had to start like mandatorily, like he had to go and start helping everybody else the same amount of time. And he would like time himself and be like, oh, I gotta go to this person now because people are gonna get mad if I stay here with you. And that's kind of what I feel like this person, like, maybe, like, I don't know, it feels like a very similar situation. Like, maybe your boss needs to, like, or your coworker, maybe they kind of need to be told, like, hey, this is inappropriate. And I think you have total rights to do so. I think that, especially if it makes you uncomfortable, and it does, because you're here asking about if you should call them out on it or not, I think you should tell them. I think that that's a good idea. And if you need to get HR involved, please get HR involved, okay? Because HR doesn't always help, but sometimes it does. Sometimes it comes through. And I think that that would be actually a really good idea for you, pile number 3. Because I don't see this person, like, means to be, like, too hard on you or to, like, treat you differently. I don't see that. To me, it just looks like somebody that's, like, struggling with, like, feelings they shouldn't have. And so that's why they're acting like this. Again, I know some of you are still here that are like, no, that's not what's happening, Jacqueline, please stop saying that. But I just feel like for most of you, like, it's not that they dislike you or anything. Like, it seems actually pretty positive. Like, they think you do a really good job and everything, but it's just that, like, for some reason, maybe you even just remind them too much of somebody, and so they just have like a weird like familiarity towards you that they don't want to have because they're your boss or because they work with you or whatever. And so like they're not doing it on purpose. Like this is like maybe a conscious effort on their part, but I feel like a lot of it is just they're not really aware they're treating you so differently than other people. So please let them know. Like, let just be, you don't have to be like, hey man, like, I don't know if I remind you of your wife or something, or you know, you don't have to do that pile number 3, but you totally can just be like, hey man, like, why are you calling me out like this, or what's really going on, or whatever, like, you know, because it is inappropriate, and you shouldn't feel uncomfortable in your work environment. And again, you are really loved and supported, as I was talking about earlier. So like, don't feel too worried about like something happening like after the fact. Like, I don't think that there's going to be retaliation, I guess is what I mean. And I'll pull a card for you just in case, just so you feel a little maybe better about the situation. You got the Ace of Wands and you got the Two of Wands. Yeah, I really feel like it'll be okay. I feel like it'll be okay. I think communicating is a good call. I think that it is going to lead to like a change in the dynamic, of course. But I do think that with the Page of Pentacles, it is a positive one. I think it's positive. It's in the direction you're hoping it's going to be. And again, I don't think they're doing it on purpose. So pull a couple more cards here. Yeah, he'll work on it, or she'll work on it, and it'll be much better than you I think are worried it will be. I think that they genuinely don't know that they're doing what they're doing. So please tell them. Maybe don't call them out on it like really harshly or whatever, unless you really feel like that's what's necessary. But I really do feel like pile number 3 that, you know, that's what you should do. You shouldn't walk away from the situation. You should tell them so they know not to do that. But that is your message. I hope it resonated. If it did, please like this video. If you decide you are going to tell them off, please down below let me know that you did it, girl. How did it go? Are you okay? And yeah, I do new videos every Sunday, so I hope to see you in those. Bye-bye.